Hey Kim, it is May 23rd, it's Friday in 2025, and I gotta say, I meant to make this video last weekend, but we had a dust storm, and then it got cold, and it was raining every day, so it's been a little nutty, the weather. Here's the native bed. The time before we talked about the food crops, the food beds, and this time we're going to talk natives. So this is my main native bed. And let me just start off on this end, this very exciting end. I can show you that. Here's the wild geranium. Now the sun is very bright and it's hard to see, but they're like a light purple, like a lilac. Right next to them here, these are their seed heads, because these have done most of their blooming already. Underneath them, and underneath most of this stuff over here, is the wild strawberry. It's been nibbled at, you can see here, by our little resident baby bunny. This is blue-stemmed goldenrod. Now, the thing about this is it blooms later. It's a nice late summer plant, yellow. Gets the pollinator's very excited. I've already trimmed it a little bit. Let's see if we can see here. You got a little, I trimmed it a little bit because it was getting a little tall next to this very exciting plant. Got to show you, see this stalk here? This is a flower stalk. You see that little teeny tiny bit of purple there? It's gonna bloom, it's gonna bloom. See, these are the leaves, and this is the stalk with the flowers on it, the panicle. Okay, this is a wild blue indigo. I planted this 6 summers ago. It would be 5 years, but 6 summers ago. It has never bloomed, and it is going to bloom this year, and I'm so excited. I have been waiting for this, making me crazy. But I'm very excited. I thought that maybe I did something wrong. Apparently, so they're in the pea family, and apparently kind of the thing about them and why they take so long, but many natives do, but why they take a little longer. Let's just get close to this purple. I'm so excited to see it in bloom. Is they require a certain kind of fungal connection in the soil that if it's not there, they got to make it. And they're in the pea family, which means they put a lot of nitrogen back into the soil, like peas, legumes, beans. They put a lot of nitrogen back into the soil. So they need that. Now, over in the front here, again, next to the geranium, we've got some some bee balm, scarlet bee balm popping up. And right here in the front, I planted this guy last year, so I was wrong in the very first video of the spring when a little bit of this was popping up, pretty unidentifiable. But I planted 2 butterfly milkweed over here, and I was like, oh, it's a butterfly milkweed. Well, no, it's an evening primrose. This was great. I had lots of pollinators on it. It was a beautiful flower. It was always open in the morning. Very excited to see that made it. That's coming back. Now this long, skinny one here, this is the Ohio spiderwort. Also, I'm wondering if the bunny, look at this, maybe the bunny's nibbling on this too. Those are really cool. Those are also in the kind of the purple family. I've just come to realize that I'm gonna have a lot of purple going on this year, finally, with certain things opening up. Down here is a golden Alexander, which is the host plant for the black swallowtail butterfly. And I think it's just too close to this New England aster because it didn't bloom this year. This would be the 3rd summer for it, or the 3rd spring for it. So I don't know, I'm gonna leave it there, but yeah, I don't know what to say about it. I've got another one I'll show you in this bed, but further down. This is already, look how big this New England aster's gotten. It's much bigger than I think anything else now. And this is Memorial Day weekend, so I will be cutting it, because with these asters you can cut them twice if you want to. They'll get bushier and they won't be as tall, but I did that in the last couple years and they still got pretty darn tall. So I'm not sure what to say about that. Here's my Aquilegia canadensis. This one did not grow here this year. It grew in my food bed and I threw a bunch of seeds in. Look at this. Look at how cool this is. And look at these long, I can't remember the scientific name, but this is where you're gonna get nectar and hummingbirds will come and get those. You gotta be a specialty feeder to get in there to get that stuff. But I planted, so I had a couple extra, so I planted them in the yard. I have other ones that grew from the last couple years, but I planted those. This, okay, I had the winter sowing going on, and this was my milk jug with butterfly weed that did nothing. So I just put the soil from it right where the butterfly weed was growing the last couple years. So I don't know. Hopefully some butterfly weed will pop up. This will just add to it. Oh, and here, oh, you can really see that the bunny went to town here. This is the common violet, and I'm completely fine with the bunny going to town on this plant. There's too much of it in here anyway. We have a little flower left there. Let's see. That is the Virginia bluebells. And look, here's another, look at that, it's so cool. Another, whoops, here we are, Aquilegia canadensis that I planted. So we had a few Virginia bluebells in here. Now a lot of this is this, whoops, let's get that back in focus. A lot of this is the strawberries. Okay, my alarm just rudely cut us off, so I'm gonna have to download these onto my computer and put them together to make one video, which is irritating because I really don't like to spend any time editing anymore. Since we're not in the pandemic, I just don't have time for that kind of stuff. Anyway, these are a bunch of strawberries and violets, and there is some bee balm mixed in. And let's look back here a little bit. Oh, you can see going to seed here is the wild hyacinth or camassia. But look right next to it here. Oops, let's back up. Look at this is a blue flag iris, these tall leaves. I planted it last year. I bought it from the Chicago Bird Alliance annual sale. I think they actually are still having their sale for a couple more days. And here you can see this giant Aquilegia canadensis. This is the one that's been growing the last couple years in my yard. And what's great right now with that, and so I'm going to do a little jumping here with that, and I got a little yellow here from my golden Alexander, and I still have a little light purple from the geraniums, and of course I got a little white from my wild strawberry. But the cool thing is it's not all green, because this time of year, when you hear that chickadee, black-cap chickadee, he's at my feet right now. What happens this time of year is it's just very, very green in here. But now I got a little bit of color going on. Always trying to keep color with the natives going on throughout the year. Here's my other Ohio spiderwort, and you can see this one is also, you see that little, I mean, it's weird because it looks like it just got cut. But anyway, that must be the bunny. Here's my mountain mint. Now my mountain mint also sprung up this year. I planted it the same year as the wild blue indigo, but this plant has flowered. It's just this year it actually looks like a bushier plant. So that's cool. Oh, you know what I missed here. Sorry. So these are also seedlings from my winter sowing, and these are cardinal flower. I don't expect anything's really going to happen with these seedlings this year, but the hope is that they get, they grow some roots and that they are there in a couple of years. Now, where did it go? I had somewhere in here, sorry. Huh. It should be right in here. Where is it? Oh, he's looking a little sad. I did transplant this one. It was growing in my grass. This is, see him? It's common milkweed. I'm gonna have to give him a little water. It's not looking too good. Okay. Then, okay, there was one, I swear to you, there was one growing here on its own. Oh well, it's in there somewhere. Okay, now, this is some more cardinal flower that I put in here from the seedlings. And this is wild petunia from the seedlings. And back here in this basket, let's get a little closer, that's the blazing star that I got from my neighbor's yard. I took some seeds from her a couple of years ago and just tried sowing them this year. I'm gonna walk around because it's gonna be too hard to see that stuff. But this is my purple summer phlox, which will come out probably in July or August. And this is my white summer phlox. These do have flowers, but this is the food garden. This is blueberries, and these are the chives, which will open, which will also be nice to have some flowering. Some more flowering plants, sorry, okay, let's come around. Not too much left here, but I wanted to just get in here, show you a couple more things. So down here is Penstemon digitalis, or foxglove beard tongue. I mean, it's just as easy to say Penstemon digitalis. But those are also winter sown. And this year, I remember to put, I got this fencing and put it around here. This is the blue aster that the bunnies ate the crap out of last year, and it barely grew. It's already growing like crazy. Oh yeah, and here's, oops, sorry guy. Here's my cardinal flower that I've had. This would be the third summer, right? So I do have some that are growing and came back. And here's some more. Of course, the hummingbirds love that. They also love the scarlet bee balm. Okay, I think that's it. I gotta tell you, if that little rabbit ate the milkweed, that would be crazy. Oh, and here's one of your favorites. This is feverfew. This is an herb though. This is not a native plant. Now, this is an extra long video. Let's just take a walk through the secret garden here. And look at that arugula. Looking good. Looking good. Here's all the phlox that I pulled out and repotted because it's just too much. Oh, let's take a walk this way just for a moment. Look at this. Of course, this milk. All this milkweed wants to grow outside of the garden areas and in the grass. The grass is not my territory. Look at how great these geraniums are. The geraniums on this side, they don't get as much sun, so they're blooming like about a week later. And they're looking gorgeous. Oh, hi chickadee. Sorry, am I interfering? And see, we've got some more in there. And now, look at this is my, oh, hi chickadee. There's two of them. Oh, I wonder if they're gonna nest there. This is my wild, hi. This is my wild climbing rose. So I've got violets again. Oh, look, there's a bunch of flowers over there. I've got violets. I've got the geraniums. And then I've got spotted, what I keep wanting to call it spotted bee balm. Scarlet bee balm. Don't really know why I keep wanting to do that. Okay, here's the raspberries. I mean, it is a wild flower, but it's a berry. Look, oh, okay, sorry, look at this. I'm getting little buds here. It's gonna be flowers soon. Okay, let's see where we're going. All right, there's my little book. Okay, do you hear the chickadees? I got something nice out here for you to see. All right. Ooh, it's gonna be a long video. So, right, here's the little kind of shady native garden. I've got this, let me zoom out a little bit. got this little circle here that you've seen before. What we got going on here is we've got, let's see, look at all these. These are wood phlox, which are also this gorgeous purple color. Darker in real life. The sun with the camera is making them kind of a little brighter. So that's awesome. That's looking nice. And you see, okay, these guys here, let me back up a little bit. These are the American germander, the woman who I got them from. I traded her some plants 3 years ago. She said, oh yeah, those will spread, so be careful. So got them here. Of course, they're all coming up in the front because there's more, you get more sun in the front. All the way over here with the penstemon digitalis. Here's one that's growing as opposed to a seedling. These have been in the front yard for like 4 summers. More American germander, American germander, American germander, American germander, American germander. I think I'm gonna put some of these, whoops, wrong way. I think I'm gonna put some in pots. Now here, these will be pink. Let's get in closer. These thin leaves, these are also phlox. These are smooth phlox. And then down here, Michigan lily, which bloomed for the first time last year, and geez, are they stunning. I'm gonna guess the ones that look like this. Whoops. Okay, you see how they've got that kind of forming there, as opposed to that. I'm gonna assume that these are the ones that will bloom. And let's see, and like these are probably not gonna bloom. And then let's see, what else do I have here? Oh yeah, here's the petunia. Wild petunia. Oh, I love those guys, they're so cool. And then, what else we got here? I want to show you this. See these funny little leaves? I got these. Did I get them last year or the year before? This is a different kind of a violet. Ooh, is this the name? Sorry. Do I still have the name? It's prairie violet. I don't even think it bloomed last year because I just bought it last year, planted it from the Chicago Bird Alliance. Then let's see, I don't want to get too close. Okay, you see this little guy with a little reddish on top? This is the chopai weed, which, see these sticks here? They get much taller. They get as tall as the stairs, taller than the stairs. I'm gonna try to keep them shorter. This year they just get really, really tall. And then I have the wild hyacinth here, which doesn't really get much sun, so it's just got one little kind of bloom trying to happen, but it's like dying as it's blooming. It's like, yeah, it's not a good spot for it. And then, of course, all of this is Clematis virginiana. It's the native clematis, which will be little white flowers later. Okay, and then there's one other guy I want to show you here and talk about. We got 3 of them. I got little wire baskets around them, okay? This is my New Jersey tea plants. They're supposed to get shrubby. This one's like, seems mostly dead, right? Then there's some growth at the bottom that just started happening. This one is really short and small, and then this one looks pretty good. He's taller. Got leaves growing, doesn't have a bunch of dead sticks. Well, what happened is I bought this one and that one from the Chicago Bird Alliance sale. This would be, so it was 2 years ago, so this would be its 3rd summer here. And what happened is they were the same size. They were about, I think, $30, $35 each. But in the late winter, or like maybe midwinter, I realized, oh, I think rabbits like to eat these, and you know there's a lot of rabbits around here. So I put these fences up, and then this fence blew off. It was like windy. It blew off, and then this got eaten down to the nub. But you can see it's coming back because it had good roots. This one, I decided, oh, I'm gonna need another one here, like, you know, just for the spacing. This one I got from Gethsemane. So I don't know who they get it from. Like Chicago Bird Alliance gets their stuff from Pizzo, but these guys, I don't know who they get it from, but this was like looking so dead, this whole plant. I'm gonna have to read about trimming and what's good, how, you know, how to best trim. I started watering them mid-April maybe, and then this started getting, you know, leaves at the bottoms. I don't know if that's serendipitous, I don't know, but you know, we've been pretty dry. Anyway, I got them because they're a favorite of hummingbirds, but then we have that little blue butterfly, the azure. There's a spring azure and a summer azure. The spring azure would have already come out. A couple years, last 2 years I've had them. This year I haven't seen them yet, and I don't know what that means, if they weren't successful because of the plants and whatever's going on with them, or just again serendipitous, having nothing to do with anything. Maybe I will see some summer ones, I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna try to get rid of this nasty bush here, but I don't know. I have to have a conversation with some people. Anyway, that's those are the natives. And yeah, now I'm gonna have to go put this video together so I can post it for you. Ciao.